Cool. So, lesson three. We are going to add fractions with unlike units, whereas before we were doing like units, right? So meaning that the denominators were the same, okay? So when we talk about if the denominator is the same, we say like units, okay? If they're not the same, we say unlike units, okay? Everybody got that?
Yep.
All right, let's practice it for a second. So I'm going to write two fractions, and you're going to, when I point to you, you're going to tell me whether they're like units or unlike units, okay? You ready?
Wait, so like they're the same?
Mm-hmm. So if they have the same denominator, what are they?
Like units.
Like units. If they have different denominators, they are what? Unlike units. Okay, ready? And when I point to you, you're going to say it, okay? So don't say it yet. Like. Good. They're like units. Okay, what about...
Like.
Okay, good. What about...
Like.
Okay, this is kind of fun. Go.
Unlike.
Unlike, okay? And what about... Unlike, okay? Fractions can look like that, believe it or not. They can look funky like that. So, anyone, are we all good on the difference between like and unlike units?
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Yes, Donna.
How come we call them like and unlike units?
Like just means same. Okay? So when you're saying, oh, this, let me think, okay? Let me think. If you're saying that this tree looks like this tree, you're saying they look what?
The
Same. Okay? Alike, right? They look alike, or they look the same. So like just means same, usually. Okay? Unless you're from California, it's a filler word. So you guys know I say like all the time. So yeah. Yes, Lily.
So for like
Okay, can I come back to you? Is that okay? Yeah, Oliver?
Can I fill my water bottle?
Quickly. All right. So, remember, you've never seen this before. Okay? You've never seen it before. So, exactly. So with this problem, okay, they want us to, can I come back to you later? Is that okay? I'm already on a roll with this. So, with this problem, they want us to say, hey, can you add 1/2 plus 1/4? And we would look at them and say, no, because those are unlike units, okay? So if their denominator is not the same, okay, they are unlike units, we cannot add them. Remember yesterday, this is the only thing I want you to remember from yesterday, was we can't add a child and an adult, okay? But if we change the unit to say people, right, 1 person plus 2 people, right, equals 3 people. So we're changing the unit to be the same, okay? Or if we take the fruit example, right? I can't add 3 apples plus 4 oranges, okay? But I can add 3 pieces of fruit plus 4 pieces of fruit and get 7 pieces of fruit, right? So if I change the unit, if I change what I'm focusing on, then I can add them, okay? Are we all good on that?
Yeah.
All right. And we'll get to this later, but subtraction is the same way, okay? I can't subtract 3 oranges from 4 apples. That's not how it works, right? But we'll get to that next week. But yeah, we can't add it if it's not the same unit. So we have to make same units first. Then we can add them, okay? So the way that we're going to do that is I'm going to show the first fraction in one rectangular fraction model, and I'm going to show the second fraction in the other rectangular fraction model. But I'm going to show it horizontally, okay? So the first one I'm going to show vertically, and the second one I'm going to show horizontally, okay? And there's a reason for that. So I draw 3 lines to make 4 sections, right? So now I'm showing 1/4, okay? Fraction over here is 1/2. This fraction over here is 1/4. Now, my class and I last year came up with a little term that we like to use for this, and we call it sandwiching, okay? So if you think about it, when you make a sandwich, we might all make sandwiches differently, and it's fine. But let's say you're making like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? So over here, on this piece of bread, we put the peanut butter, and on this piece of bread, we put the jelly, and then we go, right? We put them together, right? Everybody catching that analogy?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to do the exact same thing, okay? Just with these rectangular fraction models, okay? So I'm going to just sandwich them right on top of each other. So I'm going to take this horizontal version of 1/4, and I'm going to put it over here, okay? All I have to do with that is draw the 3 lines. That's it. I don't have to shade anything, okay? I don't have to shade anything. So you just show the fourths over here. Then, same thing over here, okay? We take the half and show it over here, but I just draw the 1 line that makes a half, okay? So now check it out. I see you, don't worry, I will get to you in just a second, okay? So now, instead of 1/2 plus 1/4, okay, I am actually adding 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 out of 8 are shaded, okay? And over here, I have 1, 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? So now my units are like, right? I have like units, and I can go ahead and add it together. Check it out, okay? This is how I add it. I can like circle it or put a star on it or whatever you decide you want to do. But I have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, okay? Or in other words, we know that 4 plus 2 is 6, and then the unit stays the same, okay? So it becomes 8s. So my answer is 6/8, okay? Sorry, Drew, I just wanted you to see that. You can go now, okay? Yes, Lily.
So it's basically like switching them.
Kind of. We're putting them together, right?
Yeah, so like, say you have like 3 fourths, and
Can we wait on an example until maybe the next problem? Is that okay?
and basically my question is, or not my question, but like it's like I don't
Comment,
know how to
yeah.
explain it, but like, so basically you just like switch them and like still sandwiching them. Like,
Yeah, it's not quite switching though, right? Because if I was just switching them, this half would just be shown over here and this fourth would be shown over here. They wouldn't have become 8s, okay?
yeah.
So that's why we say sandwich, because now they all become one thing, you know?
So like,
And then if you were to, sorry to interrupt really quick. Let's take that peanut butter and jelly sandwich analogy, okay? So peanut butter's on one side, jelly's on the other side, we put it together. What happens when you pull that apart?
they're together. They're mixed.
They've mixed, right? There's usually some jelly on the peanut butter side and there's some peanut butter on the jelly side, right? They don't really, you didn't switch them, right? They combined and made, like, you know. So if you want to use that to help a little bit, okay?
So like, what you're basically doing, like for like the homework, we basically be like circling like the stuff and then like doing that.
Can you wait to clarify until we do one more? You've only seen one problem so far, so wait until we do a couple and then it'll make more sense, okay? Brady, Henry, Luke.
So I saw these problems. What I forgot the name of it. What was the bottom number first for those two?
This was 1/2 over here and this was 1/4.
Wait, so 1/2.
And then they changed to 4/8 and 2/8. Okay? I feel like I know where you guys are going. I don't know if you're actually saying this, Henry, but like, remember that lesson we did yesterday that we're not remembering? We're going to hold off on what you said yesterday until later. Okay? So I don't know if you're going the same route, but.
No, I was saying.
Or sorry, I'm looking at Brady, sorry. And then I'll come to you, Luke.
So like I was just looking at the problems yesterday because like there's nothing wrong with the problems.
Mm-hmm.
But for like all 3 of them we did, I tried doing the same thing in my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like I added the bottom 2 numbers together,
Mm-hmm.
and then I added 1, and for some reason every time it got the same thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that that's a coincidence, and you'll see why. Because when we do a different problem, that won't quite work. But that is cool though. I'm glad that worked out. But yeah, unfortunately, it won't work for all of them. But that is a good point. Luke.
But I was saying, can't you just draw a line through the half and have it be 2/4 and the other one be 1/4?
So that's something that Henry mentioned yesterday, and we're gonna pause on that until a later lesson. Okay. So yeah, hold on to that. But for today, don't do that. Okay? Does that make sense?
Just like
for today, just do the sandwiching for me, okay? It'll help my brain, it'll help your classmates' brains, and it'll help your brain, okay? Because that will come in handy next week, okay? Charlie.
This is a really good question. Do you want us?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Can Charlie keep going and I'll come back to you? Sorry, I forgot.
Do you want us to do the circles on it, or should we just do 4 plus 2 and 8 plus?
Well, you're gonna show. Well, we don't do 8 plus 8, right? So just want to clarify. But it's up to you. But you do want to show both. You're somehow gonna show it in the model and numerically. Okay. This is pictorially. This is numerically. Right? Picture numbers. And remember, I said you can do a star. You can cross it out. Well, actually, don't cross it out. But you can circle it, star it, put a smiley face, whatever
Put a sign on it.
you want. Put a what?
Just like a dog call.
Let's do something a little quicker, okay? Because that'll take a long time, okay? But you could literally just put like a dash too, like okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Like whatever, somehow showing that you're counting what is shaded in, okay? All right. So sorry, Henry. Back to you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Diego, go ahead. All right. If you remember, please let me know. I'm so sorry about that. All right. So are we good on the sandwiching part?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're ready to join me on the next one. So, we did technically already do this one, but remember, we're forgetting that. So, when I say go, please get out your whiteboard and dry erase marker. Okay? But do I want you to do that right now? Your desk has been open for a couple minutes. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you said go and I was like, what?
No, because you
And
said
then
go.
everyone was like, stop. And I was like, what?
It's okay. All right. Ready? Snow. Haha, good. Go.
I told you to do that.
You did. You did. Go ahead and have it flipped over to the brown side. Awesome, Emma. Thank you. Beautiful. Yes, Olivia. Awesome. Go quicker. Go grab it. Come on. Thank you, Maddie. Awesome. Yes, Mika. Good. Down here a little quicker, my friend. Come on. Come on. Okay. As always, here's what I want from you. Okay? I want you listening super carefully. Okay? Not flip. But listening. Nope, not flip. Listening super carefully. Okay? Only writing what I tell you. Okay? Or only writing what I say. Okay? Do you, Leela, is it missing? Weird. Okay, here.
What do you do with it, Emma? I don't have a perfect back.
They're new and untouched, so that's why. But no one's touching that, okay? No one's
Can I
touching
touch
that.
it?
No. Alright. Say Francis. Oh, that was weak, class. Say Francis. Thank you. Okay. So, when I say go, you're going to flip it over and you're going to draw 2 rectangles. That's it. Okay? Ready? Go. Draw 2 rectangles.
Rectangles or squares?
I mean, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square.
Quadrilaterals.
That's true. But we need them to have all, like, equal sides. So I guess technically squares, but they're...
Square what? Square.
But it doesn't, I mean, squares it doesn't matter. Okay? A rectangle is a square. No, a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle is not a square. Okay?
That makes no sense.
Go ahead and pause. Tap on marker, pause. 2 rectangles, that's it. Okay? You don't have to flip it over. I trust you to have your markers capped and looking up here. Okay? Remember, we show the first fraction in the first one, and we show it vertically. And we show the second fraction in the second one. Which way? Horizontally. Go ahead and show that. Show 1/3 in your first one, and show 1/2 in your second one. Okay? Well, you kind of have to in order to show.
This was our thing to go to recess.
No, we forgot about that.
Hi, I'm sorry. I don't get there early.
What is he talking
I don't
about?
even know what happened yesterday. I wasn't even here.
Yeah, you were.
Oh my gosh. Class. Okay, when you're done, cap on marker, put it down so I know you're done. They don't need to be perfect. Just shade it in and move on.
Well,
Okay, side conversations are done. All right, here we go. So we got 1/3. We got 1/2. We're gonna take that peanut butter and jelly sandwich and we're gonna sandwich it. Okay. So please go ahead and sandwich those two fractions, meaning draw one line on the first model and draw 2 lines on the second model. Okay. So you're like showing the other fraction on each rectangle. Okay, ready, go.
This is an easy way of doing this.
So all you had to do is draw a total of 3 lines, and that's it. Okay? Once you've done that, pop the cap on the marker. And move on.
Yeah, weird because it works for this one.
Yeah, I don't know, Ren. It's weird, but I'm thinking of one already where it won't quite work. All right. Okay. So we started with 1/3. We started with 1/2. Okay. Now the unit for both of those fractions, okay, became what? Go.
2, 6, and
Oh,
3.
sorry. The unit, which just means the denominator. Okay. The denominator for both of these fractions now became what? Go. 6. So on your whiteboard, please write 1/3 plus 1/2 equals, okay, 2/6 plus 3/6. Okay, because I am gonna want you to write the to write out the addition sentence with what you started with, where it went, and then your answer. So you're gonna have pretty much like 3 parts to your, when you're writing it out numerically, you're gonna have like 3 parts. So you're gonna have the original sentence equals what it changed to, and then equals the final answer. Okay? So we'll get to that in a second. Yes, Henry, go ahead.
When I was thinking about earlier, didn't you also just think of like, I forgot what they're called, like fractions or whatever?
Like equivalent fractions?
Yeah, equivalent fractions.
Yeah.
Did you just think of that to help you out?
Yes, that's exactly what you should do. However, I still just want you to sandwich for right now. Okay? But does that make sense? Because like for the first one, okay, 4ths would have been an equivalent fraction, but it doesn't quite work for like what we're going with today. Does that make sense? And I don't mean to be like vague. It's just we're going like everything. We're doing kind of like baby steps, right? So we're working our way up to that. I'm sorry. It looked like you were gonna get ready to cry. I was nervous. All right, class. What is 2 plus 3? Ready? Go. 5. And what is our unit? Go.
6.
Good. I like that TH. You need to say, okay? 6. Okay? Okay. Cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. Good. Now, let's double check our math, okay? So when we're adding it numerically, we just add the top numbers, okay? 2 plus 3 equals 5, okay? And then the denominator stays the same. But then we can use the model to help us out with that, okay? So we count it up. So I like to circle it, but you can do whatever you like, okay? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? Does our model match our numerical sentence?
Yes.
Good, okay? I don't think the homework's going to have you do this, but it's important to point out, here it is in unit form. So we started with 1/3 plus 1/2. Then we changed it to 2/6. I don't know if you guys have ever seen 6 written out, but there it is, okay? 2/6 plus 3/6, okay, equals 5/6. Okay. All right. Henry, go ahead.
Do we have to like circle and count them and stuff?
I want you to show somehow that you counted it in the model. So if you want to circle it, put a star on it,
Cross it.
smiley face. Don't cross it out, because we'll use that for subtraction. So I don't want you to make much. Yes, Henry.
Can you like do them in like groups?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yay.
All right, everybody good?
Heck yeah.
Are you ready to try one?
Yeah.
On your own.
Can we write it
Please.
in a notebook?
Yeah.
Not yet. Please erase your board and flip it over.
Hey, Sally.
Quietly. Quietly. Quietly.
Sally. Flip it over.
Thank you. That's awesome. Drew, I love the way you're sitting patiently. Thank you. Amanda, yes, beautiful. Awesome. Oliver, thank you. Leela, beautiful job. All right. Awesome. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
First, before you do it, raise your hand. What's different about this problem? Oh, raise your hand. What's different about this problem? Emma, go.
The denominator and the units and the top numbers are different.
Yes, they're different from what we've been working with, right? Leela, how else are they different? Compared to the problems we just did. The one before and the one I did before that.
The one before was like kind of the same. Like the one was on top and the other was the same, but this one's like different because there's a 2 and a 1 on the top.
Yeah, so the numerators are different, right? Numerator. Everybody say numerator. Numerator is the top number, okay? So, when I say numerator, you say top number. Numerator.
Top number.
Good, okay? Numerator is the top number. So yes, exactly. Both Emma and Leela are correct in saying that we're working with something different here, okay? Now we're starting with 2 something, right? Instead of 1 something, right? So we're starting with 2/3 for one fraction and 1/4 for the other. But, friends, I promise it's the same ordeal, okay? So, everybody know what they're doing?
Yes.
You have 3 minutes, okay? When you're done, I want you to just flip over your board and wait quietly and patiently, okay? Ready? Go. So start with 2/3 in the first rectangle and 1/4 in the second rectangle. And then make a sandwich. Yeah, go ahead and complete the whole problem. You don't have to do the unit form version that's on the bottom of my board, okay? Just do the numerical sentence and the model, okay? But find the final answer. If you have a question, you need to raise your hand. When you're done, remember flip it over so I know you're good to move on. Only the bottom number, the denominator. shaded ones make the top. Okay, so yeah.
And then we draw 2 lines to make those, but then over here we have to draw 3 lines this way to make those. So can you do it for me? So then now we have, it started with 2 here and 1 here. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the top number. And our bottom number is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is now 8 fourths. And this is 1, 2, 3. Okay? So Jean can put 8 fourths down here, 3 fourths down here, and then you can add 12. Okay, so we can't add if these 2 are different. Okay?
All right, my friends, my timer went up. Go ahead and flip over your board on the white side so you can check your work with me, okay? So, sorry, flip them over again. Everybody, even if you didn't, flip them over to the brown side. Everybody, flip it over to the brown side. Now this time when I ask you to flip it over to the white side, no comments, okay? Just flip it over, okay? Ready? Go. Okay, everybody do it again. Put it brown side up. Brady, can you do me a favor and show me how to quietly and calmly just flip over your board to the white side? That's it. All right, everybody got it?
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Go. All right, so we start with 2/3. We start with 1/4. Did everybody start there?
Yeah.
Okay, then from there, we sandwich. Okay, everybody say sandwich.
Sandwich.
All right, so I draw 3 lines over here to make fourths. Okay, so fourths is over here, so I gotta show fourths over here. Thirds is over here, so I gotta show thirds over here. Okay, so I draw 2 lines to show thirds over here, and that's it. Okay, I don't need to shade anything. We just leave it at the lines. Okay, so now 2/3 change to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so it's 8/12. Plus, now this one changed. Sorry, Leela, I steered you wrong. This is 3/12. I told you 4/12. This is my bad. 1, 2, 3 out of 12. Okay, so it becomes 3/12. All right, class. 8 plus 3. Ready? Go. 11. And the unit stays the same, so it's 11/12. Okay. Then we check in our model to make sure we added correctly. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. And then the unit stays the same. Okay. It just didn't. It just didn't like. Yeah. Okay. All right, Lily.
I have 2 things to say. I forgot to circle them. I don't know
Okay.
why, but I
Sure.
dotted them. I'm like,
Okay.
it feels like I'm just going.
Okay.
And also, did you do this on purpose? Because Drake Sports and Dax or Dax on the back. It's Dax.
I did not, but that's not related to this right now. Okay. All right. Any other questions about this? Luke.
Alright, I'll tell you later.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you for filtering that. Okay. I do want to say too. Okay. You guys have got to go. I say this with everything we do, but I especially mean it now. Okay. You got to go slow. Okay. Because this isn't gonna make sense if your model looks like.
What the heck?
You know, you gotta like really pay attention to detail, right? I said that before we started the lesson. The detail is important. Okay? So it does. So anyway, are you ready? Kind of get the gist? Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you're right. It didn't work on this one.
Yeah. So that's what I was thinking when you first asked, and I was like, okay. So yeah, I was actually thinking like thirds and fourths, and I was like, they're not gonna quite work. But that's great though. Like I'm glad that you noticed that connection. All right, we're gonna do one more. I'm pretty sure. Actually, we're gonna do both of these. Okay. So we're gonna do 2 more. Are you? Do you feel good to try this one on the own?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Take a look for a second though. Okay. Is anyone noticing a pattern of what happens? Well, you don't even know what my question is. Put your hands up. Is anybody noticing a pattern of what is happening with the units, the denominator? Okay, Dante, what do you think?
Some of them are getting higher and lower.
True, yeah, they've all gotten higher than what we've been working with, right? So, like thirds and fourths change to twelfths, thirds and halves change to sixths, right? Halves and fourths change to eighths, so they're all getting bigger on the bottom, that's true. Why? Henry?
Make it harder.
Maybe, but there's a different reason too. Why are they getting bigger? How are they getting bigger? Emma?
They're getting double.
Not quite doubled, but good guess. Luke?
They're getting multiplied by each other.
Bingo. So when we sandwich those two together, they are actually being multiplied. Okay? Class, what is 3 times 4? 12. Good. So, taking that same idea, looking at this problem, what do you think your denominator is going to be for this one? 15. 15. Okay? Yes, Kira.
I also wanted to say that there's thirds and
Yeah, that's true. That's just a coincidence. But yeah, thirds are like kind of fun to work with, you know? So yeah, that's true. Yes, Brady.
I'm pretty sure the thing that I said only works if like they're even, like the bottom two
okay.
are even.
Maybe, yeah, we'll see. Yes, Henry.
I think I was gonna say.
It's okay.
You think?
It happens all the time.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, is your board erased from the last problem?
Yes.
If not, go ahead and erase it.
Now it is.
Erase? No, I didn't. But some people erased it prematurely. Okay? So, erase it, your board, and flip it over. Have the brown side up. Grace working hard to get that done. Awesome. Thank you, Maddie. Eddie, yes, good job. Good job, Charlie. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Here we go. Make sure it's on the brown side. Yes, Bree? Oh, okay, thank you. All right, ready? You're doing this one on your own. I'm giving you another 3 minutes. Ready? Go. I'm going to give you a hint. You may have to draw another rectangle at some point. Okay? You can draw it smaller though. You can like, it doesn't have to be the same size. And if you're confused, that's okay. We're going to look at it together before we move on. Once you're done, go ahead and have it flipped over to the brown side. I know you're good. If you're like, hold on, this doesn't make sense. It does, I promise. Could it be like after the recess meeting? Sure. All right, now our time is going up. So let's look at it together, okay? Even if you had a question, it's okay. Hold on to your question, okay? watch as I do it, and then I can answer your question after as well if it wasn't already answered. Okay? So everybody go ahead and pause. Let's put your cap on your marker. Okay? Alright. Caps are on markers. Caps are on markers. Yes, cap. No cap, yes, cap.
Oh, no cap. Oh.
No cap.
Alright. So, I'm going to go slow. Okay? I know some of you are like, I'm getting this. This is great. Some of us are not, and that's okay. Okay? But for that reason, I'm going to go slow. I'm going to re-explain it. Okay? Because I think it'll be helpful. Even if you think you've got it, I need you paying attention, hearing what's going on. Okay? So, here we go. We start with 2/5 in my first rectangular fraction model. Then I have 2/3 in my second rectangular fraction model, but I show it horizontally. So one is vertically, one is horizontal. Okay? So vertical, horizontal. Then I sandwich them. Okay? So I show this guy over here, okay, and this guy over here. We put them together, right? So if this is 2/5, I've got to show thirds over here. Okay? So I just draw 2 lines to make thirds. Can you see the green okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Over here, I have thirds, but I need to show fifths. So I need to draw 4 lines vertically to show fifths. Okay? And then that's all I do. I don't do any shading at all. Okay? We don't go back over and shade it. We just keep it how it is. Okay? Then from there, maybe it would be a good idea to find out what the new unit is first. Okay? But as we saw before we started the problem, okay? Okay? Before we started the problem, we're noticing a pattern that we're multiplying these denominators together to get a common unit, right? So 5 times 3 is 15. So my denominator should just be 15. Okay? But I'm going to double check. So remember that these are 2 separate fractions that are coming together. So it might be tempting to add all of these together and get 30ths. But that's not correct, okay? We want to keep it separate, okay? So this one and this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? By 3, 1, 2, 3 is 15. Or if we want to count all of them, we can, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, okay? Then I got to find out what my numerator is for each of these, okay? So my numerator is how many are shaded in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my 2/5 became 6/15, okay? Then over here for my second fraction, I count how many are shaded. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? And becomes 10/15, okay? Then I just add those together, 6 plus 10, okay? Which equals 16. My unit stays the same, so it's 16/15. For now, okay? For now, you can keep them the same. Okay? Like keep it at an improper fraction. Okay? In the future, though, I'm gonna have you change it to a mixed number. Okay? Which I'll teach you how to do that. But basically, we do like what we did on the quiz, where we wrote our answer as a mixed number with the whole number and the fraction. Right? That was good. So Brady, how did you? First of all, what did you get for the mixed number?
16.
That's an improper fraction. What did you get for the mixed number?
I got 1 and 1 and 1 15.
Awesome. How did you know it was 1 and then 1/15?
Well, because I subtracted, I subtracted 15 from 16.
Good. Yeah. Subtracting 15 from 16, okay, shows us that there will be 1/15 left. Or how many in this case, Brady, would make 1 whole?
15.
Yeah, 15/15 would make 1 whole, okay? So I used 15/15, which means there's 1/15 left over. So it's 1 and 1/15. But we'll do that later, okay? If you keep it as an improper fraction, it's fine with me, okay? So yeah. Yeah, anyway. Okay, can you go when Emma gets back? Okay, can you go when Lily gets back? You know, all right? Are you gonna explode? Either one of you. Are either one of you gonna explode, or can you wait until? Okay, cool. Try this.
When we work it out, do you want us to do it used to be 2 2/5 plus 2/3, but then
If you can. I want you to try it if you can, but we're not going to worry about it until later. So, okay. Any other questions? Because I know some of you had questions when we were doing the problem. Yeah. The box. What do you mean? Oh, no, you don't. That was my bad. That was I was hoping you guys forgot that. So go ahead and forget it. That's for a later thing. Yeah, we'll put it with yesterday. Okay. All right. Well, actually, for the sake of time, we're just gonna move on. Okay. So